older, or 1 day older, depends how you look at it. So yeah, I'm getting into my 38th year. Well, my 39th year after tomorrow, but yeah, 38, and still cracking on the best I can. I've just got a little bit of a Twix, one of them little miniatures, pretty nice. So I don't even know why I've come on. I just thought I'd do a live whilst I've gone upstairs, got the heating on, because I've been coming from downstairs where it's been nice and warm, and I've been coming into this little cold room. So then what I've had to do is put a jacket on, wrap up, put the heating on, and then wait for it to get too hot where my chest starts. I can tell my nose starts getting bunged up. It's one of them little heaters on the wall. It's not a radiator, it's one of them little gas heaters. And when it gets too hot, it cuts the air. You can feel the air in the room going, so I turn it off when it gets too hot. But yeah, I got a few new subscribers the other day, thank you very much. I think someone asked me where can they donate, but they didn't write donate. They spelt something and I couldn't work out what they said. But at the moment there's no donations because I've not got any campaigns going. I did have about 2 years ago when we did Bronchiectasis no longer neglected by the NHS and the British Lung Foundation. We got a few leaflets out, a few ribbons, cups, but I don't know if that's something I'm going to go down the line of doing another campaign or something. I did want to get the Bronchiectasismustgo book out, and I've actually got a bit of paperwork here that I found. Wait there. So that's a bit of the paperwork. I thought I lost it all because it was just on a file on a phone. It wasn't even backed up on a PC, and yeah, I've still got some. So I'll just read you a bit of the start of my book. I wonder if I could turn this into an audio book. That'd be interesting. So it says, kicking, screaming, banging bronchiectasis. I came kicking, screaming and banging with bronchiectasis into the world, born with a collapsed lung and admitted to intensive care, where my midwife sang to my mum, Angelo, Angelo, I will see you when you're 21, meaning she would be at my 21st birthday party. This gave hope to my mum and my dad. My childhood was overshadowed by recurrent chest infections, but the GPs, and I don't know what's in there, but there's definitely a typo, but the GPs didn't even know my bronchiectasis was there. The smell of smoke in the air would set my chest off. I thought it was normal, so I didn't care. I carried on as every other child would do, without a care in the world, running across countries and playing chess for my primary school, St James's. I was the typical happy-go-lucky, very energetic kid, and also known as the class clown. Can't speak tonight. Bronchiectasis. Sorry, I'm just getting here. Bronchiectasis as a child was very testing, but I never put limitations on myself because I wasn't even diagnosed then. I just knew something wasn't quite right with me. I was very skinny as a child, teenager. My parents couldn't work out why I wouldn't want to eat or put weight on, and I was always ill. Years later, my parents and I got the long-awaited answers. So there's a lot of things here that would need changing, but let me show you there. I've got 1 part, 2 part. So I've got about 5 pieces of the book that I was working on at the time. I don't know where I'm at because I've not read it. You could tell I've not read it in a long time because I was struggling with even the words. But yeah. So I'll read the last bit of the paragraph. Should I read it? I can't quite recall the exact day I knew I had bronchiectasis, but in my mind, I can't speak, guys. I feel like I've been on the beer. But in my own mind, I knew something wasn't quite right with me. But it all started many, many years ago. I remember my mum telling me a story of me convulsing as a child, telling me the story about me and the collapsed lung as a baby, and my intensive care stay as a newborn. My mother told me about the picture my parents took of me to remember me because they didn't think I was going to survive. But I came kicking, screaming and banging with bronchiectasis into the world, and I wasn't about to give up the fight just yet. I believe I'm still here for today for a reason, and only God knows that reason. A true saying can be applied to me. A cat with 9 lives. A cat with 9 lives here to tell a story, meaning they say a cat's got 9 lives, but I believe with what I've gone through in life, and I'm still here, I believe that story applies to me with a cat with 9 lives. Growing up as a kid was eventful to say the least. I didn't have any hospital stays with this condition till later in life. I got diagnosed with asthma around 6, 7 years old. I was put into I was put on a turbo inhaler by my GP, and no further investigations were done at the time or later in my childhood teenage life. Even though I complained with persistent green phlegm, chronic chest pains and recurring chest infections and was constantly on antibiotics, I could never work out in my own head why it used to hurt me when I breathed in deeply to take my inhalers, but I never batted an eyelid and I carried on as I thought all this was normal. I was a very poorly child. I would always get chest infections, ear infections, and lots of urine infections. I guess at this time, the doctor and my parents thought I would grow out of this as I became older and my immune system would get stronger. I believe many cases of bronchiectasis, people born in 1980s and 1990s, like me, would have been told the same thing. They would have had underlying asthma when something more sinister and complex was going on, something called chronic bronchiectasis. This chronic illness wasn't picked up because it was hard to pick up on a standard X-ray. It was only when the CT CAT scanning machines came out that they could find the bronchiectasis. So this is a part of my book, and I'm just looking into page 2. I'm very lucky I still have this, and I remember I remember a guy saying he would sponsor me if I bring the book out. So I'm not the best not the best typer, not got the best English skills when it comes to writing a book or a novel. But I think if it was a campaign and I was really serious about bringing the book out, I would probably look at an audio book, and then I would have to see how much it costs to make. Could I give it a free download? I'm not here to make money. Hi, Jessica Ramirez, you okay, man? Oh, are you okay, G? You okay, girl? So I'm not here to make money. I know there's people out there that would say, "Oh, that's a talent, sell it." It'd just be nice that when I'm not here no more, whenever that be, that there's a book in my memory with the bronchiectasis. So yeah. Was you on my last? Did you come to the last live, Jessica? Because I've had a few new people come to the channel, so I'm not too sure if we spoke before. But it's nice that people are actually coming along. But I've got a bit of a sweat on because I've got the heating on. So you seem like a nice guy. Thank you very much. I try to be nice. I mean, don't get on the wrong side of it. I'm joking. But yeah, I'm going to show you these guys while we're here. You see these naxes? These are your mucus thinners, and I've been taking them late at night, and you're not supposed to, for the simple reason is it loosens your phlegm. So ideally, you want to take this first thing in the morning. So you bring the stuff up, because what's been happening, I've been coughing at night, and I've actually been bringing mucus up, which is quite dangerous, especially if it's thick and you're not awake. You could possibly choke on it, but I guess I guess because I've not took it, I'm gonna have to take it today late at night. So anyway, Jessica, what brings you here? Is it just a random live, or do you know about chest conditions? So yeah, I've had this channel for many years, but I privatised a lot of my channels just because I was gonna have a break from my lung disease, because I felt like everyone was reaching out to me too much, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but some people were asking me for informations like I'm a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor. I know a lot about bronchiectasis, and I know a lot about fighting it. Also know a lot about trying to do, mucus clearances, things like that. So that's where I can help. But at the time, people were talking a bit too much about, what they suggest, as in speaking to the GPs, and I felt at that time I was fighting my own battle, and I couldn't give that time and effort that I once could, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I have, I think, 311, and now as my campaign was getting bigger a few years ago, it hits about 300, and then for some reason I just had a blackout on the channel. I just didn't know what content to bring out anymore. I felt like I hit a block, as in my treatment plan was, everything was the same. So when I got my order of medications, I couldn't always, it'd be pointless doing the same video. Oh, my medications have come. So I simply came back because I feel like times are getting hard again, especially in the UK, where they're stripping people's medications off them. And it does annoy me when we see these kind of things coming. So I just ramp up a campaign to make sure that if anyone's feeling, a bit low or sad, depressed, don't know what corner to, turn, kind of thing, I'm just that bit of support, really. Amir Khan, yeah, it's Amir Khan. I used to get that a lot, mate. Don't worry about that one. I used to get Prince Nazim when I was a bit skinnier. But anyway, Vicious Monkey. So anyway, Jessica, where are you from, love? I don't mind little jokes. I really don't mind a joke. Come here and have a joke. If it's trolling, you'll get put on a timeout. Then if you come back, you'll get a block. So it's not wise if you want to stay on. Florida, nice. It's very sunny. It's very warm, Florida. If you come to the UK, bring all your winter clothes. I know, mate. I know. Don't worry, mate. I know. I can cipher between a joke and I can cipher between a troll. So that's why I said I don't mind that, mate. So yeah, I've done my gentamicin antibiotic, and now I've just come up. It's Mike Tyson. Hi, Mike's here. Welcome to the channel, Mike. Mike Tyson. He was a great boxer, wasn't he, Mike Tyson? But yeah, Jessica, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Sometimes I talk about all sorts, but mainly it's people who are struggling with bronchiectasis or cystic fibrosis, that kind of thing. So if you've got a family member who's struggling, pop along, tell them to come along to the channel, and we'll get it from there. Nice one, Jessica. I have the genie in my lamp. Hey, never rub the genie, because this is a saying. Yeah, this is a saying. I don't know how true it was. I was on a course in about 2016, and there was a guy. I'm Christian, but my name's not Christian. I'm a Christian. There's my saint. I nearly said Saint Nicholas. I don't even know my saints. Saint Nicholas. What is it now? I've lost who it is. Oh, what is it called now? That's bad, isn't it? That's bad of me. I've had a brain fart. But anyway, so this guy was a Muslim. So we was talking about the supernatural, because back then I used to be intrigued in the supernatural. Now I don't care about it. The only supernatural that I know is Jesus Christ. So there she goes, Saint Christopher. I don't know why I had a brain fart. So he was telling me about the genie. So we was like, we was talking about the Bible and the devil and that. So he mentioned that in Islam they talk about the genie. So when they rub the genie, you don't know what comes out the lamp. Or comes out whatever it is. So they believe that you're opening all kinds of things when you do that. Same way if they mess about with like Ouija boards in the UK, like they think it's a game. Just be very careful. I stopped watching, things like Ghost Adventures. I used to love Ghost Adventures. See you later, Jessica. Thanks for popping around. Yeah, I used to like watching Ghost Adventures. What else? Anything paranormal activity. And then I realised it should be a practice. If if you're someone of faith, and you're watching these things, what are you opening yourself to? So I just stopped watching Ghost Adventures. I thought it got boring after a bit as well. I thought that you never see a ghost. You never see a ghost on the program. All you hear is some kind of sound effects, a loud noise, and ah. Who remembers that Yvette Fielding? See you later, Jessica. Pop back another time. Who remembers Yvette Fielding? She was annoying. Derek Okoro. I think he passed away with a chest condition, Derek Okoro. So yeah, I stopped watching that. Then I was always intrigued in aliens. I don't know why. I just thought humans, yeah, there's got to be something even supernatural about a human. And obviously, it depends where you think we came from. Some people think we come from apes, which I very much doubt. Some people think we come from a creator, so that'd be Jesus. Some people think we come from extraterrestrials. So I was dabbling in kind of, just watching the skies when we had blue, clear nights. And back then, I'm talking when I was into it, it was about 10 years ago. So the skies were. One minute. Yeah. Right. So my dad's just come in there, thinks I'm a baby, telling me about the fires on. Don't cut me off here. I'm having an alien encounter here. My dad's just fucking gaming. So anyway, the skies used to be proper clear. And the bedroom we're in now, obviously I'm not going to show you the window, but I was sleeping in the other room. And my brother said, come on, come here. And I'm thinking, oh, well, it better be important. One of them things, it better be important. So we got like a good skyline where you could see. So we've opened the windows fully out, and you could tell these weren't like aeroplanes or anything like that. And basically, they were like, trying to explain it, a bit like a star, but not a star. And they were doing like a zigzag formation and weird stuff like that. So once I actually, seen that, then my finger for wanting to go out and, look at clear skies and things like that, that sort of took over. So I've always been interested in the supernatural, but where I'm going to end it, because it's not my field anymore. I'm not interested in it. You go into these things and you never come out with what you're looking for. You never come out with I've seen a ghost. You never come out with I've seen an alien, right? And all you come out with scratching your head. And this is where it gets dangerous, because now you're scratching your head, you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the quantum physics, the quantum field, all the other nonsense that goes along with it. And anything that you sacrifice, whether that's playing chess. I love to play chess at a high level. I really love playing chess, but I'm not capable of being a grandmaster. I was very good when I was young, but now I'm just like a standard player. But there's a there's a great chess player, if anyone's into chess. He's called Bobby Fischer, and he was from America. His mum was a Jew, and his dad was never in his life. So he bought a chessboard from the shop below. He lived in a flat. So he got that, and his mum said, I wish I never got him that board. Anyway, he could sort of memorise every single move, and he made a big sacrifice, and then even his mental health went terrible. And that's because he sacrificed everything to be the best chess player in the world. So what I'm saying is, just be careful whatever you go into, that you don't sacrifice too much. That could be anything. That could be anything from a fish hobby to aliens to ghosts. Do you like chess, Vicious Monkey? What's your best piece on the chessboard, and why? I like the knight. The knight, because the knight, it's like an illusion. You're playing with the knights, and it can move in an L shape, but it can move in left, right, up, down. And I think some people don't see the illusion, or they can't see like where you're going with it. So, and another thing with chess is the pawn. That teaches about metamorphosis, because you've got a pawn, and if you get it to the end of the board, it turns into a queen, which is interesting in itself. Yeah, good mate. So anyway, Vicious Monkey. Yeah, the queen's a strong part. The queen's a strong part, but it protects the king. So if you want a good girl, make sure she protects the king. The one thing I don't like about chess is the en passant. I don't know. I never get it. I really never get that move. Even when it's right in front of me and someone does en passant on me, or I miss it, I don't see it. And I don't know if that's like a bit of dyslexic. When people are dyslexic. I don't know if I'm actually dyslexic. I can't say it. Dyslexic. So what are we? I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. If I say it again, I know I'm not going to say it. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm sweating here. My fish tank, my fish tank's actually steaming up because the water must be cold inside it, and because it's getting warm in here, it's starting misting up. So where you from, Mishush? Where are you from, Vicious Monkey? It's nice to see people coming along, but if anyone's a bit lost thinking what's going on here, Angelo, it's a lung channel. I'm just changing it up a bit because I think I mentioned it was my birthday at the start of the video, so I'm just continuing to just have a bit of a laugh. Is that Northern Ireland? Yeah, nice. I've never been, but I think the Northern Ireland accent, especially from a female, mwah, it's a lovely accent, the Northern Ireland accent. Thank you very much, Vicky. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna shoot off. Make sure you've subscribed there, Vicious Monkey, if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one, because I'm actually breaking into a sweat and I'm gonna have to turn that bloody heater off. And if my dad comes up and reminds me I'm 38 years old and the fire's still yeah, nice one. Take care. I've got to go, guys. See you in a bit.